After a Minecraft theory goes wrong, I fall into an ocean and wake up in a new dimension. This is Minecraft Into the Abyss. I started walking around and I noticed the ground was super mushy. I went over to punch at some weird looking wood, but it didn't do anything, which was bad because I needed tools. I picked up a plant and it was called Species X, which was a really disturbing name. In general, there was a lot of weird looking plants. I found these tiny rocks on the ground, and when I punched them, they gave me cracked stone brick. But when I tried putting them back on the ground, they didn't turn out that way. I found this red plant, but when I broke it, it caught on fire. So I really did not want to touch this. I found a woman named Sylvia and talked to her, but she had a quest for me and I wasn't really ready for that. Considering I had no weapons, I didn't really know if I could do it. I found this thing called Lauren, which apparently was energy, whatever that meant. I found a new type of wood, and this time it actually let me craft abyss oak wood planks, and I finally got some wood tools. I went exploring a bit more and I found these crystals and I broke them, and well, they were exactly what I thought they were, abyss crystals. I took a stab at breaking one of the slime trees and I got these things called life nuggets. Soon after, I ran into an enemy. It was an abyss guard, and he did a lot of damage. It was actually scary how fast these mobs ran. But I outsmarted him and took him down with only a wood sword. He only dropped a golden nugget, which was definitely not worth it. I was just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I started getting bombarded by these floating white things, and they started shooting at me, and I was definitely on the verge of dying. And it didn't help that these things were scarily accurate. They got me down to 1 heart and I was barely dodging their shots. But by some miracle, I somehow made it out alive. I was about to fight a new mob, and then all of a sudden I just got struck with blindness. So I retreated to the water because I was just absolutely terrified. This was supposedly a level 1 soul guard. I started to hit him in the water because he went super slow, and he didn't take any knockback whatsoever. This soul guard took me so long to kill, and the fact that it was only a level 1 was very concerning, but he did drop an ender pearl. I really didn't want to know what the higher level mobs did. I started going more into that territory, and all of a sudden, these boss bars with the name Elder came up on my screen, and there were 2 of them. I looked around and I couldn't really see anything, but I had a feeling I should get out of there now while I still can. I finally found a regular zombie. Well, not a regular zombie. I mean, this one was jumping and I actually thought he was going to kill me. But still, the block strategy worked and he couldn't really hit me. And then something weird happened. It said I was scared and I could see every mob around. My vision went dark, but every mob in the area was now highlighted and I could see them anywhere. I also had a potion effect called Fear, which I didn't know what it did. But long story short, that zombie literally dropped 1 arrow. I finally found regular stone so I could make some stone tools, and I thought my stone pickaxe would let me mine this cool looking ore, but it didn't. I had a feeling that was some abyss ore that would let me craft better stuff. I tried using abyss stone to maybe make a furnace, but no matter what crafting recipe I put, I couldn't make anything with the stone. So I just decided to make a regular furnace and try out my theory. My theory was that Lauren was essentially a replacement for coal because it said it can be used for fuel. And I tried putting stone in, and sure enough, it did work. So I guess I was just gonna have to get a ton of Lauren instead of coal. I was wandering a bit and I came across a regular cactus. Nothing special about it. But it wasn't completely useless because I looked over there and I saw some orange light. So I went in that direction and I found a new biome. I talked to this person named Lorenzo, and apparently there was a world called the Frost World and there was a portal in this biome. Yeah, I definitely wasn't ready to find any of that, so I left him be. I found these pink crystals and I was really hoping I could make better weapons or armor with it, so I mined pretty much all of it. But when I tried crafting with it, it did nothing. Not even a single thing. But I accidentally ate it, and apparently it gives me jump boost and speed 5, which was really good. So I kept a lot of those. I placed the bigger ones, and sure enough, they just mined into the smaller ones, so I farmed a bunch of those. I don't know why, but every now and then I would just get regeneration and extra health, and then it would just go away in an instant. I didn't really know what that was about. I was speeding around with one of my crystals and I came upon my first structure. I didn't really know if I had the weapons to take this down yet, so I just peeked inside. I did hear spiders though, which wasn't a good sign. I tried climbing up to take a look, and sure enough, an insanely fast spider came out at me, so I just booked it. I was not going to deal with that. The abyss was terrifying, but I had to survive until day 2.